Okay, so today I have a presentation for y'all about how technology affects communication. Technology affects communication in a big way in our everyday lives and also in business, which is what people fail to realize. Communication is very important in business as far as relationships, marketing, and sales go. The American University of Washington, D.C. actually conducted a research and found that a person with an associate's or a bachelor's degree in communication has an advantage over their opponents in the business area as far as marketing, sales, and relationships go. They also found that advertising, such as using new ways of media versus old ways of media, plays a big part in it as well. Someone who is familiar with the new ways of media as opposed to the old ways has a better advantage of getting their advertising out there in a more effective way, such as using social media platforms, TV, like commercials, and things like that. Penn State actually conducted a research on how technology affects our communication in our everyday life. They found that from 2002 to 2005, there was a 46% increase in technology users. So this means that people were getting new phones, computers, and things like that. And there's a big distraction when it comes to face-to-face communication. Face-to-face communication is often overlooked in our everyday lives because we're so caught up in our phones, computer, TV, and everything else that we forget how important it is to actually communicate with people. I personally have noticed this in my life with my friends, family. It's not often in my everyday life that I'll get home, I'll see them and actually have a conversation with them. So I know from personal experience that communication and technology kind of conflict in our everyday lives. So we forget the importance of face-to-face interaction because of cell phones, computers, and how they just distract us from our everyday communication and our normal daily activities. If you're walking down the street, personally, half the time I'll see someone with their face in their phones, not paying attention, looking at the ground, not looking at people, and we're just also caught up in our phones. So in conclusion, I hope that you realize the importance of communication in business, because without communication in business, you're more than likely not going to have good business relationships, your sales won't be as good, your marketing won't be as good, and you won't be able to get yourself out there as good. I also hope that you realize the importance of human interaction when it comes to communication, actually conducting conversation face-to-face with someone as opposed to a phone call or a text message. And all this information that I've given you has come from the American University of Washington, D.C. and Penn State University.